joined by Syracuse head coach Quentin Hillsman, student athletes Alexis Peterson, Cornelia Fondren, and Brianna Butler. Coach, can you give us a statement on the upcoming game with South Carolina, please?
Yes, we're very excited to have advanced in this tournament, and that's what you come to do. You come to win one game at a time, and we won our first game, and we're here ready to play again in the second round. And it's just most important for us just to get our legs back under us, get some rest, and to get ready to go tomorrow. Obviously, it's a little bit easier game prep for us because we played South Carolina earlier during the year, so we have a lot of stuff that we need, and I reviewed some different things, and they're the same. I mean, and they should be, because they're a very good basketball team, and good teams stick to their script. They really play the way they play, and they just attack you and win with their scheme and their talent. So going into tomorrow's game, we understand that we got to rebound the basketball. That's huge. Had to really limit our live ball turnovers to give them easy breakout layups, and we got to pack the paint. We got to make them beat us from the perimeter, and that's our game plan. And there's our game plan then. There's our game plan now. I don't think that many people are surprised at that game plan. And it's gonna be a battle of wills if we can keep the paint packed and box out and rebound, and if they can make some shots, and that's gonna be the difference in the game. Those couple areas that I just mentioned, we're very confident going into this game that we have a very good plan to attack them, and hopefully we can come out and execute at a high level and be successful tomorrow.
Thank you, Coach. Questions for the student athletes? In the middle here.
For any of you, Tiffany Mitchell kind of exploded in y'all's last game. She had 21 points, and she had kind of a quiet night last night, and usually she responds with a bigger night the following game. What do you guys have to do to kind of quiet her, throughout the game tomorrow?
I think we just have to compete against her. She's a great player, and great players are going to score. But I think if we stick together as a team and we really limit the amount of shots she gets and kind of make every shot a tough shot for her, we'll be in good position.
Question up front.
You guys have some height on your team. Have you ever seen an opponent with as much height as South Carolina could throw at you?
I think Duke had some height when we played against them, but we still managed to play a good game against them just as well as we managed to play a good game against South Carolina.
Question in the back.
Brianna, what's your confidence level going into tomorrow night, knowing you played these guys so tough in the first game in the Bahamas?
We're extremely confident. Whenever we go to play against any team, we always have to play with confidence and have the intent to compete and come out with the win. But having the comfort zone of already playing South Carolina and the Bahamas, we definitely know what to expect from them and what we can do to play better against them for this next time.
Question on the right side.
Lots of good teams in the ACC. Do you feel like conference play has prepared you for this type of postseason situation?
I definitely think so. I mean, we lost some tough couple games, and they kind of prepared us for future games. And now that we're here, we're going to play hard regardless of who we play.
Question in the back on TV.
Many teams have tried to come into this building and win and have it in the last 2 seasons. What gives you the belief that you can come into such a hostile place and pull off an upset tomorrow?
I think it's just the environment. This is what the NCAA tournament is about. We look forward to the challenge and the opportunity to have this rematch with South Carolina. And we know the environment won't be easy, but neither is making it into the tournament. So, we accept any challenge willingly.
Any more questions for the student athletes? Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Questions for Coach Hillsman? Up front? Oh, no, we'll go in the back first. Stay back there. Yep, there you go.
Coach, what message do you send to your team tonight, knowing they're going to go into such a hostile place where in the past 2 seasons, nobody has beaten USC on their home floor?
That is the message. I think you said it. It's a great opportunity, and I think that a lot of people look for easy. our team. We don't look for easy. Things just don't come easy to us. We're all workers and we're all grinders, and we understand that every game is tough, and we schedule that way. Non-league, obviously playing South Carolina, playing Baylor, playing Michigan State. We've played in tough games, and we understand what it's about. It's about grinding. It's about the process. It's about playing hard every possession. We relish this opportunity, and I think on the storyline is who nobody's won in this building, but it's a bigger storyline if you win the game, and that makes it even better. So we relish the opportunity, and the play against a great team on their floor.
Question up front.
Quentin Dome was in here earlier saying, like, you were one of the first teams who really committed to packing that post and really disrupting them, throwing it inside there. Obviously, that's got to be a big part of what you plan on doing it tomorrow. How have you seen them maybe advance when other teams have tried to throw what you did at that?
I think that you get undisciplined. They make one, they make two, and you start coming out of your zone, and you start to pressure and start running at non-shooters, or start running at players who can make shots, but they're more dangerous when they're missing. I think a lot of people don't understand that. If they're shooting threes and they're missing them, and they're long rebounds or they're weak side rebounds, they have 6'5" players on the backside. Not too many teams in the country have 6'5" players on the backside. If they miss on our backside, we have 5'9" back there, so that's going to be a problem. So I'd rather keep three on that back line, be able to box out 3-on-2 on the back line. And if you're going to make shots, then you deserve to win the basketball game. That's what it is. It's about making shots. We know they shoot a very high percentage, but they shoot a very high percentage inside the arc too. So we understand what we have to do. We have to protect the paint. And I don't think it's a secret. I'm sure Don probably said the same thing, and it's no secret that we got to protect the paint.
Question in the middle.
Quentin, you said the other day that you wouldn't have the same game plan as in the Bahamas, and not asking you to detail it, but just what are some of the other key points besides defending the paint that you have to do to win this game?
I changed my mind. We're going to have the same game plan. Seriously, I did. We're doing the same thing we did in the Bahamas. They got to make some shots.
Question in the back.
Toward that end, how important is containing Mitchell, given how dangerous she is on the perimeter?
She's a tough player. And in the game in the Bahamas, we did it great for 38 minutes. I thought the last 2 minutes, our players say we didn't play our last 2 minutes weren't great. We played 2 good minutes to end the game, too. They made 3 shots. They got 3 offensive rebounds, and we threw the ball away. So at the end of the day, they did 7 great things. I watched the game last night. They did 7 great things in 2 minutes, and they won the game. And that's what great teams do. I don't expect anything different. Don's a great coach. They're a very talented basketball team. I don't think that you can look down at their roster from top to bottom. They don't have a bad player on their roster. They have players coming off the bench hitting threes on us. So they're going to compete at a very high level. We have to compete for 40 minutes and not let those last 2 minutes be. We didn't play a good 2 minutes. We got to compete for those last 2 minutes. I think that we were in a position to win the basketball game, and our youth really came into play, and their mental tenacity on the boards, and they just being a championship caliber team really took us over in the last 2 minutes.
Question up front on the left side.
Quentin, last year you guys broke through, won a first-round game in the NCAA. You're at that same point again. How much do you think last year's experience might help your guys, dig in when faced with the same thing tomorrow?
I think it helps. Obviously, when you are familiar, you can structure things differently. You kind of get the practice thing down. You kind of get the scouting thing down. And this year is great because we play against an opponent that we already played. So we have pretty much our scout done. We didn't see too much different yesterday, and Savannah State played a man, so we didn't get a lot of looks. But we've had a lot of games in between Bahamas and here. They've had a lot of games, and between those games, I'm going to watch them all. If there's something I can take from it to help us win the basketball game, I'm going to take it. But if not, I think we got a pretty solid game plan in place. I think we have the only game plan in place that can contain them at all. If you can't match up with their size and their strength is to pack it in and make them play in front of you and not over you.
Question in the back.
You talked about the final 2 minutes, but the way you closed last night, are you going to use that as motivation to say that you've done that now in the NCAA tournament?
Well, we've talked about that, how to finish games, and last night it was very good. We finished strong. We got a big charge in the last inside 20 seconds. We got a huge rebound inside 20 seconds, and we made free throws inside that 20-second time period. So we understand what it takes. Our team believes that we can do it because we talk about it and we do it in practice all the time. We have consequences for everything. You lose in a scrimmage, we run. You lose a shooting drill, we run. So there's always a winner and loser, so we understand that. So I try to instill that in our players, that there's a winner and loser, and there's a winner and loser at the end of the game, and we try to just close out strong. I think we did a good job last night. I was very proud of them.
Any more questions for Coach Hillsman? Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.